Hey everyone, we're the Board White Boys, your go-to team for all things Magic the Gathering. Today we're diving into the Edge of Eternities, the newest set that's taken Magic into deep space and beyond. We'll be breaking down what the set is all about, going over new mechanics, products, and sharing our honest thoughts on what's got us hyped and what does not. So buckle up because this isn't just another plane. We're heading to the edge of the multiverse.
Hey.
Okay, that's the intro.
Oh,
And then
cut it?
Yeah, that's where
and
I'll cut it. According to Wizards of the Coast, Edge of Eternities marks the third and final story arc of the Metronome storyline, where it introduces the Edge, a region outside of the multiverse that borders blind eternities. As we know, Edge of Eternities is a space fantasy, with Infinity being a good example. Not exactly, but pretty close. Just proving that there are other sets out there that have some sort of space, I guess, themed deck. But we'll be exploring the Southerus system for the first time as various forces battle for the cosmic power, with Tezzeret looking to play a notable role within the standard release. We can dive a little bit more into lore, but right now for this video, we're going to be focusing more so on the cards and what Wizards of the Coast has, given us. They give us a little taste with the MagicCon Vegas as we know today. So yeah, we'll be discussing exactly what cards have come out. First card that came out was Tezzeret.
Yep.
You can read that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. He's a legendary planeswalker. He, whenever an artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on him. First of all,
outstanding.
All I'm saying is artifact decks are up right
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
Thopters, that's gonna get this guy so quick.
beefy.
Just, 0 cost, untap, or not 0 cost, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Untap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, put 1 counter on it. Again, broken. I mean, there's a lot of artifact creatures that you can just it's just so good to me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, my first thought when I saw this card was people were going to look at it and they were going to say it's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, he's 3 cost.
Yeah, the
he's
more you look at
cost.
it and the more you read it, the more you're like, the wheel starts turning and you're like, I can do a lot of things with this card.
He might not be a huge game changer, but he's going to be a great addition to artifact decks. You know what I mean?
But it's a 3 cost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a 3 cost fetch. Like you can negative. You can bring it out -3 immediately, and you can grab any artifact with value 1 or less.
Ring, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can get this guy out pretty quick, depending on your deck. If you're rocking a lot of mocks, if you're rocking a lot of lands.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, artifact decks are up right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This card, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's like Joe just said. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle.
It's an immediate tutor for an artifact if you're in need.
Even a power 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Said,
it's an outstanding card, amazing. And I don't want to say it's breaking Magic, but this will break some decks, especially in
it's
standard.
gonna be crazy,
when it first comes out. If someone pulls this, it's gonna be God mode
for sure. -7. You get an emblem with at the beginning of your combat on your turn. Put 3/1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. So, like we said, you say you -3, or say you just you're ramping them up. You -3, you get a Mox or even your Soul Ring.
Yeah.
When it gets late game to where you really don't need those anymore.
Yeah,
you can
when you're
make
past
them
that point.
creatures, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's exactly what and you can keep beefing them up. At the beginning of every combat, you get +3/+3 on an artifact.
Yeah.
And if it's not a creature already, you make it a creature. That's permanent. It doesn't say till end of turn. That's permanent.
So we obviously don't know what other cards are in this set. So I'm pretty excited to see how more broken this card can get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it looks scary just now with the cards that exist now.
Exactly.
Also, huge token dork, so I'm ready for that 0/0 robot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Creature.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But next card's coming out. Kilo Apoji Mind. We got a blue, a red, and a white. Legendary artifact creature, robot artificer.
Pretty sure it's just got colors.
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Sure.
It has haste. Whenever Kilo becomes tapped, proliferate.
It's just
the fact that it has haste itself, you pop it out and you can proliferate
Like
immediately.
you might not be proliferating. So when I'm looking at the card, it's an artifact creature, Artificer. First of all, like we just said, with this card, it's gonna be a commander card, by the way. It's like one of the commanders for the sets. I mean, dude, the first card we just said, Tezzeret, or
Tezzeret.
he's gonna go great in this because this is also an artifact deck,
Yeah, so you can immediately fetch it.
You're proliferating all your 1/1s. You're proliferating.
You can
1/1
proliferate
counters.
anything.
Yeah, and I'm
Anything.
like, it's just gonna be good. And if there's some way in hell you can somehow get poison counters in it too, you know, like obviously that's what everyone thinks when they see proliferate.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know if it's Magic, you can find a way.
But you can proliferate his loyalty counters.
Yes,
too, you know.
Yeah,
so
and any counters really.
That it can help a lot down the line.
Yeah,
I'm very interested in that deck. That kind of seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I mean, they haven't said it, but I'm saying just by seeing the commander, it seems interesting.
I agree.
Next one, Sathra, the Super Void. 2 black, 2 colorless. Legendary enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. First of all, amazing.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
For a 4 cost, outstanding.
For a 4 cost is insane. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice Sathra, then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with 2 additional 1/1 counters. So, first of all, there's never going to be a part where nobody has creatures in the field unless board wipe happens.
Yeah.
So,
there's always going to be something.
The thing is, you can exile all these creatures. Exile. And say it gets to the late game and just 1v1ing someone. You board wipe. It goes to, if he just doesn't have a creature in his hand, goes to you. You get to choose from any of the exiled creatures you exiled. And then it gets a +1, 2 additional +1 on it. So it's like, that could become crazy.
Yeah, it will be a broken. It will be a broken.
For sure. I think it's gonna be, and I can see it going crazy like a zombie deck.
For sure.
Because you're just sacking, whatever. You literally swing. It doesn't say non-token creatures, so you're just swinging your zombies, letting them die. Boom, boom, exile. So keep making them. You know what I mean? Like, you're never gonna have to. You're literally gonna wipe the people's fields.
Yeah.
By just killing your own creatures.
Yeah, so hopefully you're facing a big beef green deck that has big beef green cards that you can bring back. Now, if you're facing a token deck, obviously this will counter it because you can just exile those tokens. Yeah. So that's like a downfall with this card is if you're facing tokens.
Next one, go ahead, Joe.
The Sirima.
Yeah.
2 white, 1 colorless. Legendary artifact, of course. Again, another artifact that you can fetch.
Oh yeah.
Spacecraft. When the Sirima enters, search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then, of course, this beautiful mechanic. Station. Tap another creature you control, put a charge counter equal to its power on this spacecraft station, only as a sorcery. It's an artifact creature, a 7+. It has flying and other tapped creatures you control have indestructible.
Oh, other legendary.
Or legendary, pardon me. Other tapped legendary creatures you can have
again, there's... That's like, even for, like I just said, like the person that you want to keep tapping to proliferate, if you leave her tapped, boom, she has indestructible.
Yes.
No one can really do anything about it.
Yeah.
So like this, I think these might be in that deck, and they might be. I'm not sure. Or right now at the bottom it does say EOE. I mean, you'll see all the cards up here. Up here. But it seems like a decent card. It definitely seems like on the lower end of the rares.
I don't know.
There could be a better one, way better.
But, the fact that you can search your library for any legendary creature is pretty broken.
That is pretty broken.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
You can even do that if, like, say someone chaos warps your commander in your deck. All right, let it go in my deck.
Yeah.
And
then you can immediately fetch it. Unless it gets countered, big sad.
Yeah. Then
there's ways around it. I'm really feeling that mechanic though. Station. Tap another creature you control. That was what I was most interested in this set. Is what mechanics can they bring into this set that are going to stand out and that are going to be different compared to the awesome sets that's come out in just 2024 and 2025 this year.
For sure.
So I'm super cool what this set has to bring and what the future holds for it.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I think the set's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Next card.
Good luck.
Tanuk Memorial Ensign.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Gruul, amazing. green, red, one colorless. Legendary creature. He's a pilot, a Kavu pilot.
Cool.
Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, he deals 1 damage to each opponent. If this is the second time this ability has resolved, draw a card. First of all, awesome.
Outstanding.
For landfall decks, more draw power is always a good thing. You know, there's definitely, there's definitely probably other better options, but I mean, even like it's an uncommon.
Yeah, that was the thing I was gonna point out. It is an uncommon card.
Uncommon, like it's still pretty good. You can definitely throw that in a deck and it'll still do stuff. You know, still do what you want to do.
It is a good card. It's a great card. I would play
2/4/2.
a nice Gruul card, does damage, and it's a landfall. I've noticed within the cards that they introduced today, there's a lot of landfall cards that are coming out. So I'm pretty excited for what that has to hold.
Yeah, I'm assuming just because it's Gruul that there might be some Gruul action landfall here.
I hope so.
Which would be cool because my landfall deck is red, green.
You have a landfall deck?
That's the.
I know. I'm kidding.
You're hilarious.
You showed it last video. Now, one thing I want to point out for that card is also, again, people were worried about the space fantasy and will it fit in the Magic world? Is it going to be too spacey? Is it going to be cheesy? Are they just going to put a laser pistol in Jace's hand and is he going to start shooting everywhere? It's like this is a perfect example. They did a really good job just with this art where it makes it space themed. It has an alien. It kind of looks like an orc almost, and it does really, look like an orc. And it really, but it still fits in that fantasy themed space themed set. It fits perfect. And I think they're really going to do a good job.
I'm not gonna lie either. I mean, I know a lot of people are probably gonna disagree on this with me. And like I said, give us your comments. Let us know how you think about the whole space thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's Magic.
I wouldn't mind it being a little more spacey. Just like I'm not saying like like Star Wars or something, but like a little more space would be kind of cool. Like that'd be cool. I don't mind that, to be honest with you, but I do kind of like how they're implementing fantasy with the space thing, like you just said.
Yeah. Well, as I said already, there are some sets that do have some sort of space theme. I mean, it might be a stretch with Fallout, but again, it has that kind of futuristic.
Even like Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's Space Marines.
That was obviously Universes Beyond. So
yeah.
It's like,
so, you can't really count that, but then there's cards such as like Urza's Armor that I showed you, where it's that space theme, or even Neon Dynasty, where it has some sort of futuristic Tron kind of
mechs
theme.
And stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it might be a stretch saying that for sure, but it's not the first time they've tried to introduce this into the Magic world.
Sure, yeah.
With this, they're really pulling the plug on, hey, we're bringing in space this time. Yeah, but they're doing a really good job, it seems.
I think so. I'm excited for this set. And I mean, there's a lot more to show you here, so we'll see. For sure. Not a lot, but a couple more. Go ahead. Yeah.
Harmonious Grove Strider. This is one of the sickest arts. I love this art.
It does look really cool.
Yeah, two green, 3 colorless. A creature beast. Ward 2. Thank God. We need some protection, and of course, again, this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. So it's not the landfall, but again, it's land themed.
Yep.
So
that's what I'm saying. I think green and red might be like a kind of, I mean, maybe not red, but green, and maybe like if there's Gruul cards, that might be more land focused. It'd be kind of cool. Like I, you know what? The thing is, like, I'm kind of cool with that because it's like when you think about lands, like land focus and stuff, it's kind of thinking about like planets. Like space. Like so it's like your lands will be your planets and stuff like that. Like
it's so awesome. I'm so excited. I really am. And the good thing about this card is I immediately thought, how am I going to protect it? How am I going to protect this beef? And it has Ward 2, so you don't even have to play blue. You can just play red or any other color.
Especially for green. Oh
it's outstanding. Yeah. So that's
and then
really
if you
good
wanted
card.
to add more protection, obviously, Lightning Greaves or Swiftfoot Boots.
Yeah, there's always ways
like
of some sort of protection again
definitely.
too.
Yeah. Next one is it's called Mutavault.
I think it's Mutavault. It's in a weird font.
I'm not really sure. It's
very cool.
It might be an old land. I'm not really sure. I'm not really exactly sure what it's from, but it is it's on the bonus sheet, so it's not.
Oh, it's bonus sheet card. Gotcha.
It's a bonus sheet card.
Gotta love the bonus.
It is
sheets.
a land. Taps 1 colors. You can also pay 1, and this land becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types until the end of turn. It's still land. Again,
nice.
That could definitely be part of like a landfall deck. Like
any deck really. I mean,
especially there's like I showed you my commander. When you put a land in the field, give a creature +1/+1. You can just keep +1/+1 your own lands to make them big creatures.
Yeah,
So
and,
it's
and it can fit really in any deck. It fits because it's all creature types. So it's
For
a
sure.
pirate. You can do goblins. You can do elves. You can do anything. So it's not a bad card.
there's probably something that, I mean, it has to have something big on it to be on a bonus sheet. So I'm assuming there's something or a combo.
Yeah,
or
there's
something that was with
definitely
it,
some
but
sort of trick with this card that you can cheese out. So.
If you guys know anything about this card or not, that we don't know, comment.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
There's
I'm
always
very
a bigger
interested.
fish.
Yeah, I'm always very interested. In that kind
You
of
gotta
thing.
appreciate the art for that land.
Oh,
too.
dude, it's
It's
beautiful.
so
Again,
it's so
all the cards
cool.
will be shown here.
Yeah,
you
it's outstanding. Like they really did overdid it with the art here.
It's beautiful.
With the little rocket coming out
that's
too.
also why I was kind of excited because I love space themed like art.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the art would. I had a feeling the art was gonna go amazing.
Yeah,
crazy on
I
this
was just
one.
really hoping it wasn't going to be cheesy, which
I get you.
Yeah,
I get
from
you on
what
that.
we see now, it looks like they're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I agree. And then
Woo!
those are all the cards that were announced, but there's also some things that are also aren't going to be in the set, which are the Shocklands.
Yeah.
So Breeding Pool, Godless Shrine, Sacred Foundry, Stomping Grounds, and Watery Grave. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to be tearing these things apart.
Oh yeah,
I'm
for
not gonna
sure.
lie.
Now typically the price range right now I think is between 15-20. Besides,
They will probably go down.
yeah, most
Which
likely
is-
just
which is
drop with
awesome.
the reprint.
Hey, I know people out there that have them already. I have a couple, but not a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a big enjoyer when they're down. 'Cause
For sure.
I'm
Yeah.
buying a crap.
Well,
ton.
that's just magic. What goes up must come down,
Yeah,
but vice
of course.
versa. What goes down,
And
it will
they're
build
always
back
gonna
up.
reprint. You're always gonna reprint. So
Yes.
it's like,
Yes.
it's always something. But I mean, the art on this, like, look at that, dude. For Godless Shrine, I mean, you'll show the photos
Yeah,
up
Godless
here.
Shrine.
Godless Shrine. There's like a black hole in it. It's or like whatever you would call that. It's amazing. I think it's beautiful. I
Yeah,
think
even the stomping grounds
yeah,
cool.
say
I was gonna say
Stomping Grounds,
the kind of big explosion looks
Yeah.
really cool.
even Watery Grave. That looks like it'd be like a
Yeah, the artists really overdid themselves with
Yeah,
this set.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. And then
Woo,
onto
and
the
even
full
more.
arts.
Yeah,
the full art land again will be shown up here. Amazing. I think they're beautiful, to be honest with you. I think they could look like the island. The island just to me is really cool. looking.
Yeah.
The swamp.
I
all
thought they
them.
were. I honestly thought they were gonna be big, giant, like planet lands.
That's what I thought so
but-
too. I mean, there's still these aren't.
These are
these
still-
just one of them.
Yeah,
there's-
these
there's
represent
definitely more.
the different worlds that they
Yeah.
take part in. So
And
it's
I'm
super
very-
cool.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, they represented these cards pretty well.
And then so we'll move on to pricing. Play boosters. This one's like $5.40, about $5 each. And that probably mean hopefully we're back to like $120, $130
Yeah,
like boxes you can buy. Again, thank God. This set and I love the pricing when it's not crazy.
yeah.
Like,
Compared
Final
to
Fantasy was
compared to
insane
Final
me.
Fantasy, it's a lot better when it comes to pricing.
Yeah.
Compared to even just a play booster, I think Final Fantasy was like $7, but with this, it's around $5.49, which is
Amazing.
such a relief,
Thank
to be
God.
honest.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that is the MSRP. So
Yeah.
when it's gonna come down to how because breeding the Shocklands are in here, so they might go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who knows though? Who definitely knows? We'll see.
Yeah,
Collective boosters, they should be about MSRP is $25, which
which
is
is
amazing.
mind blowing
Yeah.
compared to Final Fantasy.
And we'll show you those up here too, like just like the
Yeah,
art on them and stuff.
even
They're
the way they look,
yeah,
the
really cool
design of
looking.
them is really cool looking.
very cool looking.
Mhm.
The bundle is about $53, but I mean, so we'll probably see it between the 50 and 60 range.
Yeah,
Again, it just
really not
depends
that
on
bad.
if they're gonna really focus in on the Shocklands.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's Shocklands in here. Like, let's bump up the price.
Yeah.
Which I get. They're amazing cards, amazing.
Mhm.
But come on, I want some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's other sets like Zendikar and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Do
for
have
sure,
the
yeah.
fetch and Shocklands.
And those aren't really overpriced.
no,
either, to be
no.
honest
So I
with
really
you.
don't think that they're gonna be
It
shooting.
also
shooting up in
depends on
price.
how easy it is to pull them, which I would assume it's not going to be easy. I assume it's going to be the same as every other set.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be the same exact
every
thing.
once in a while you pull one like, oh shit, hell yeah,
Mhm.
And then the two commander precons will be about 45. I'm gonna say 50. I'm gonna say 50 just to be safe.
Again, though,
But amazing.
yeah,
Yes,
again, the
amazing.
price is such a relief.
Yes,
It's
yes.
outstanding and fair finally to the average Magic player, you know, that can't afford the $1,000, you know, whatever
Exactly.
set that comes
dude,
out.
I was amazed when I went to a card shop and I saw Final Fantasy collector boosters selling for like $800. that is crazy to me, dude. Like,
Or the
come on,
Japanese for
man. Like 500.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like come on, dude. Like
throw me a
said,
bone, please.
I respect any of you that like love Final Fantasy. I
For
really,
sure,
I really didn't
completely.
play it that much, so I didn't really have like that connection with it. So I wasn't really willing to spend that money to get those cards. But I mean, don't get me wrong, there are great cards in the set. Great cards.
Overpowered.
There's definitely some overpowered cards, and I am still pulling. I'm not gonna just completely just say no to the set. I am still buying singles. I'm still pulling, play boosters, and I have not done the collectors because it is crazy to me. But I mean, $50 is a little much for a collector pack. But
yes,
also,
I agree.
you guys, some people out there, you guys have the money for it. I respect that. Me, no.
Yeah, it depends. Me personally, I'm just buying a play booster and call them a day and see if I finally pull something.
and I mean, I just personally I've learned over the years, or not over the years, but over how long I've been playing, maybe like a year or so, that it's just kind of more worth buying singles. Like, I mean, it is fun to rip packs. Don't get me wrong, it is super fun. But if you want a card, you're probably gonna spend more money trying to pull that card than just buying it.
Yep.
So just pay the 50, get the card,
Yeah.
whatever you want. Pay whatever you need to get to that.
But our final thoughts here. Obviously, we want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the set? What do you think we missed? And what do you think the strong suits or where it lacks in, creativity? So just let us know what you think. And we appreciate you joining Board White Boys. We're going to be continuing to make content. Please like and subscribe.
And also,
to our channel.
like we said, comment. Let us know your thoughts on this new set coming out. If you're excited for it, if you're not really excited for it, we love to hear from you guys.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, and tune in next time.